Dear students, I am Dr. Vivek Pandey. We are going to discuss the property of setting and hardening of Portland cement. We all know that Portland cement is a good binding material and commonly used in constructional work because of its setting and hardening property. When water is allowed to mix with cement, a plastic mass is formed called cement paste. The setting of cement is the stiffening of the cement paste as it changes from fluid to rigid state. The hardening of cement refers to the gain of strength to the set cement paste. We all know that basic constituents of cement, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate, tetracalcium aluminiferrite. These basic constituents are responsible for the property of setting and hardening. These basic constituents of cement are present in anhydrous state because we know that these basic constituents, commonly called clinkers, they are formed at a temperature of around 1500 degrees centigrade, which are further cooled down to a handling temperature of around 200 degrees centigrade, which is still a high temperature. So these anhydrous basic constituents, they instantly react with water depending upon their respective values of heat of hydration. The values of heat of hydration for tricalcium aluminate is maximum. It is 867 kilojoules per kg, followed by C3S, it is 502, then tetracalcium aluminiferrite, it is 419, and the C2S is having the lowest heat of hydration, that is 260 kilojoules per kg. When water is mixed with cement powder, exothermic hydration and hydrolysis reactions of the basic constituents takes place and the heat is liberated as per their respective heat of hydration. These hydrated compounds have low solubility, are precipitated as insoluble gels and crystals, which easily surrounds the inert constructional material like sand, crushed stone, etc., and bind them very strongly during the constructional work. The setting and hardening of cement is basically due to the development of three-dimensional interlocking to form crystalline crystals reinforced by rigid gels formed by the hydration and hydrolysis of the basic constituents. The reactions of dicalcium silicate, tricalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminates, tetracalcium aluminiferrite of cement with water are as follows. When water is mixed with cement, the cement paste quickly stiffens or sets within a short period of time, which is called initial set or flash set of cement. The initial setting is due to fast hydration of tricalcium aluminate, as its heats of hydration is maximum among all the basic constituents. This is the reaction showing the hydration of tricalcium aluminate. The hydrated crystal of tricalcium aluminate is formed and the heat of 867 kilojoules per kg is liberated by this reaction. The formation of hydrated crystal of tricalcium aluminate in this reaction forms the barrier over the remaining basic constituents C2S, C3S, C4AF and prevents their hydration reactions. To facilitate the hydration reactions of these remaining basic constituents, gypsum is added during the pulverization of cement clinkers. The gypsum is added as a retarder to slow down the dissolution of tricalcium aluminate by forming insoluble complex of calcium sulfoaluminate, which retards the flash set of cement and prevents quick formation of hydrated crystal of tricalcium aluminate. The reaction of gypsum with C3A is as follows. In this reaction, the tricalcium aluminate and gypsum, they react together to form the calcium sulfoaluminate complex, and here Y varies from 1 to 3. The Z hydrated water molecule, it varies from 10 to 33. Because of this reaction, the remaining constitutional compounds of the cement, they are now in a position to undergo hydration reaction with water, and among them the tetra calcium aluminoferrite, it comes in and react with water, forming both gels and crystalline compounds as follows. This is tetra calcium aluminoferrite. It undergoes hydration reaction with water, and we get the hydrated crystal of tricalcium aluminate and the hydrated gel of calcium ferrite. So here in this reaction, we see that the hydrated calcium aluminate formed in the first reaction, it is delayed because of the gypsum, and now later stage with tetracalcium aluminoferrite, these hydrated crystals of tricalcium aluminate are formed. The hydrated gels formed due to the hydration in above reaction of tetracalcium aluminoferrite on the passage of time get shrink and leave capillaries for the water to come in contact with remaining dicalcium silicate, tricalcium silicate. These C2S, C3S finally undergo hydration and hydrolysis reactions, thus enabling them to contribute for the development of greater strength over a length of time in set and hardened cement. These tricalcium silicate and dicalcium silicate, when reacts with water, they form hydrated tobermonite gel, which is the tricalcium disilica hydrated gel. This gel possesses a very high surface area and also have high adhesive property, which contributes to the setting of cement. The reaction of these C3S and C2S with water is as follows. This is tricalcium silicate. This, when comes in contact with water, forms the tobermonite gel and the crystal of calcium hydroxide. In the similar manner, dicalcium silicate also undergo hydration reaction. This is C2S, and this is the formation of tobermonite gel again and the crystal of calcium hydroxide. In both the reaction, heat is liberated as per their heat of hydration values. So in the above mentioned reactions, the basic constituents of cement, they undergoes hydration and hydrolysis reactions with water, forming gels and crystals, which further forms closed interlocked crystalline compounds and resulting into setting and hardening of cement. The setting time of dicalcium silicate is 28 days, followed by tricalcium silicate, it is 7 days, and then the tricalcium aluminate and the tetracalcium aluminoferrite, they have the setting time of 1 day and 1 day respectively. The contribution of strength by the basic constitutional compounds in imparting ultimate strength in the set and hardened cement is in the following order. So contribution of tricalcium silicate is maximum in imparting the strength, followed by dicalcium silicate, then by tricalcium aluminate, and the contribution of tetracalcium aluminoferrite is the lowest one. The overall setting and hardening of cement may be diagrammatically summarized as follows. In this diagram, the Portland cement, which is anhydrous material, undergoes hydration reaction instantly when water comes in contact and forms the metastable gel like tobermonite gel and the calcium ferrite formed during the reactions of the basic constituents, and also the hydrated crystalline products like the hydrated calcium aluminate and the calcium hydroxides. They both further crystalline. The metastable gel is converted into stable gel, and the hydrated crystalline product, they both further undergo close interlocking to form a crystalline product having good compressive strength, good ultimate strength. This is all about the property of setting and hardening of cement. Thank you.